Alright, buckle up, cause this is about to get real ugly for Lil Durk. It's like the walls are closing in on him, and the streets? Oh, they're talking loud now. Durk's been a heavy hitter in the rap game for years, but now, the feds are coming for him with a whole lot of heat. And from the looks of it, they got the receipts, solid evidence that might just have him cooked. And when I say cooked, I'm talking like done for, finished. 2 murders. Not 1, 2. That's how they're tying him in. And trust, this ain't looking good. Let's rewind this real quick. 2021 hit the city hard when Lil Durk's brother, D Thang, got murdered at a nightclub. That wasn't just any random shooting, it was personal, and the whole world felt that. Headlines screaming about it. Then we got the details, some dude pulled up and hit D Thang in the head. Cold, right? But what happens next? Durk starts rapping about it like it's a trophy. This whole get back vibe, claiming he was going to handle business. And let's be real, anyone who knows the streets knows revenge is a nasty, dirty game. Especially when you're Lil Durk, a top rapper with the whole world listening to every word you spit. The irony? Dude's practically putting his blueprint for retaliation in his tracks. You really think it's going to slide by unnoticed? Nah, it's almost like he was asking for the heat. So here we are now. The feds are like, bet you didn't think we'd be on this, huh? And they got the evidence, his lyrics, social media posts, even some jailhouse calls. Everything's coming together like a puzzle. And guess what? They're linking Durk to the murder of Stefan Mack. If you didn't know, Mack was caught up in that whole gang feud after D Thang's death. And get this, it's not just a suggestion. They're saying Durk funded the hit on Mack. Paid for it. Yeah, you heard that right. He allegedly sent the bag. And don't even get me started on the King Von retaliation murder. It's like Durk's been keeping a scoreboard, and the body count is rising. 2 murders, potentially more, and the feds? They're all over it. Here's where it gets real interesting though. Durk ain't been charged yet. But let's not be naive. When the feds go this hard, they ain't playing games. They don't come out with this kind of firepower unless they've got something solid. And the paperwork is piling up like a mountain. His team's out here pushing the family man angle, talking about his philanthropic work and Grammy wins, trying to shift the focus. But come on, we all know the deal. Durk's got a whole catalog of lyrics that basically read like a confession. It's one thing to talk tough in the booth, but when your words start lining up with criminal investigations, yeah, that's a problem. Now, the truth is, the feds don't need your permission to make connections when you're out here dropping clues like it's a scavenger hunt. Durk might be playing the good guy role off the mic, but his lyrics? That's the real story. And unless he's got a serious ace up his sleeve, we're looking at a situation where he's either going to have to lawyer up real fast or pray that some of this doesn't stick. It's a messy, tragic cycle, and it's looking like Durk's going to be the one caught in the middle of it all. Let's see how this one plays out. But I'm telling you, it's a wrap for him if the feds have their way. Man, if you thought Lil Durk was out here playing it smart, nah, think again. The guy's been singing about these murders like it's some kind of anthem, posting about it like he's untouchable, and flashing stacks of cash while the feds are literally watching him. What did he think was going to happen? You really thought you could openly talk about bodies dropping and not have the law start taking notes? Like, come on, the I didn't mean it routine ain't gonna fly anymore. The feds have too much info on him to buy that excuse. This ain't the 90s. They're on your social media, your music, your every move. You're not just out here in the streets anymore. You're on the internet, and everything's out there for the taking. Now, let's talk about the real amateur hour move, Durk's Circle. These guys? Clueless. Straight up texting about the whole operation, talking about how they're still waiting for their paycheck after allegedly carrying out the hit. Oh, you didn't know? They're sending messages about who paid who, all that business like they're discussing lunch plans. And guess what? In 2024, all that mess gets saved, stored, and backed up on cloud servers. Are you serious right now? You think you could just talk reckless and have it disappear? That's not even basic street knowledge. Everyone knows that when you're living that life, You don't text about it. You don't leave digital footprints for the world to find. But now, it's all on record, and the feds are loving it. Every single message is another piece of the puzzle. So, yeah, you already know Durk's defense is probably going to pull out the old, "my lyrics don't mean what they say" move. But let's not kid ourselves. If the feds are going all in like this, they've got more than just a hunch. The feds don't waste resources chasing ghosts. If they're coming at him this hard, they've got the goods. And let's be honest, you can't be out here living like a walking crime novel and not expect the law to connect the dots. Durk's not some underground rapper anymore, putting out mixtapes in the basement. He's a mainstream artist. So every move he makes, every post he uploads, it's all under a magnifying glass. Every mistake is bigger. Every slip-up is amplified. That spotlight he's in? Yeah, it's shining brighter than ever, and now it's all burning him. What gets me, though, is that it's really hard to feel any sympathy for Durk in this situation. He had the chance to step back, grieve privately, take some time off the streets, and maybe even change the narrative. He could have chosen peace, but nah, he kept pushing this street justice narrative, living like he was still out there in the mix, pretending his life was a never-ending cycle of revenge and violence. And now look at him, caught up in this mess. It's like a tragedy waiting to happen, but the sad reality is it's all on him. The message couldn't be clearer. You can't just live out your lyrics like some kind of real-life movie script and not expect the law to come knocking. The feds are paying attention, his boys are talking, and with every move, he's walking deeper into that spotlight. It's not just the music industry watching now, it's the entire criminal justice system. There's no escaping that. And I get it, people are going to be out here chanting "Free Durk" like it's some kind of rally cry. But let's be real for a second. No amount of chants, hashtags, or "Free the Homies" posts are going to change the fact that his choices have consequences. If anything, those chants just make him look more out of touch with reality. The dude's got a platform. He could have used that to uplift his people, to show that there's a way out of the chaos. But instead, he chose to double down, keeping his street persona alive even when the whole game was changing. And now it looks like he's got no way out. So, do you really think Durk's gonna beat this case? Drop your thoughts below, but honestly, I don't see how he walks away clean. The feds have their hands full with this one. And if you've been paying attention, you know that they don't waste time on weak cases. Durk's been living out his rap lyrics for years, and now that lifestyle is catching up with him. Real talk, the dude's real, alright, real dumb. He's been playing a dangerous game, and now it's checkmate. That concludes today's video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you're alerted whenever a new video drops. It's completely free and helps out the channel tremendously. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.